It felt like I was betraying myself to keep others happy. But breaking the cycle taught me something powerful. You can honor the past without being chained to it. I wasn't even asking myself what I wanted. And what I want matters because the only person that lives or dies with me is myself. You're allowed to rewrite your role. Are these patterns helping you grow or are they holding you back? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another podcast episode. My name is Javia Monet, the host of the Echoes of the Void podcast, where I help you explore spirituality from all aspects, recognize your potential, and energize your passion to align with your highest self. I am so excited to have y'all here today. I love the topic that we're talking about today, and I really hope that this can be another transformative experience for y'all. Today, we're diving into a topic that's deeply personal yet universally relevant: the power of rituals and traditions, how they shape our lives, and the courage it takes to break free when they no longer serve us. Generational trauma, the influence of our environment, how our environment influences our decision making, and the societal norms that dictate what we should celebrate or value. These are heavy but necessary conversations because remember, nothing changes if nothing changes. This episode is for anyone who's ever felt trapped by traditions, guilted by expectations, or weighed down by a sense of obligation. Maybe you've questioned why you're expected to show up to a family holiday that you dread or celebrate milestones in ways that don't resonate with you. Let's unpack that today. I remember a time that I felt obligated to follow certain traditions, even though they didn't align with who I was becoming. It felt like I was betraying myself to keep others happy. But breaking the cycle taught me something powerful. You can honor the past without being chained to it. Generational trauma isn't just about the big, obvious things like abuse, poverty, things of that nature. It's the subtle, repeated patterns we inherit, how we communicate, how we handle stress, and even how we celebrate or mourn. Maybe your family grew up in survival mode. So now, even when things are stable, you feel guilty for spending money or relaxing during the holidays. Think about it. As children, we learn from what we see. If every birthday party was about outdoing the last, you might grow up feeling like you're failing if you don't do the same. If holidays were stressful and chaotic, you may associate them with dread instead of joy. Growing up, I thought that success was tied to keeping everyone else happy. It wasn't until I stepped back that I realized that I wasn't even asking myself what I wanted. And what I want matters because the only person that lives or dies with me is myself. The environment we grow up in creates our default settings. We end up playing roles assigned to us by families, communities, or cultures. But here's the thing: you're allowed to rewrite your role. You're allowed to say what you do and do not want to do. You're allowed to do that because it's your life. And the only person that has to live and die with you is you. Ask yourself, what patterns from your upbringing do you see in your life now? Are these patterns helping you grow or are they holding you back? When we talk about birthdays, have you ever thought about literally candles with fire, and all around the world we sing the same exact tune? Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. That's a ritual. That's literally a ritual. So When I think about birthdays, holidays, anything, I think of it as a ritual. That makes me think about the holiday differently. That makes me think of everything symbolically. When I think of Thanksgiving, I personally think about the killing of many Native Americans. I think about a ruse.
None of it's true.
It's made up.
None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up.
That's what I think.
They lie.
When I think about Easter, specifically the time of the year that Easter is, I think about the fact that Jesus didn't die at the time that they say that his body rose. That's what I think about. And that's not to discount the holiday. Don't get me wrong. Like, celebrate if you want to celebrate. Absolutely do that. All that I ask is to recognize the inconsistencies and recognize that everything isn't always foolproof. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, yet expecting a different result. It's insane for us to keep making the same decisions, but expect different results. If everything keeps resulting to war, yet we're expecting a different result from said war,
nope.
There's no point, man. Let's not talk about how war is really just a scam into lowering the population. What are some new rituals that you'll implement into your life? What are some traditions that may not sit too well with you? Thanksgiving don't sit too well with me. Unfortunately, the bridge has burned. The bridge has burned for me. We can still have a good time and everything, but no. Going to church every Sunday, but I do see it because the sense of community is so great. The ability to come together with people who believe the same way you do is freeing. I do have another song for y'all. This episode wasn't all that I really wanted it to be, but ultimately it is what it is. Just take from it that nothing changes if nothing changes. You define your destiny and you choose whether or not you want to participate in traditions, celebrations, religions, whatever it may be, whatever is being asked of you to celebrate. You shouldn't be forced to do anything that you don't want to. Feel and enjoy time. Life is about living in the now, living in the right now. So all traditions are doing is getting you conditioned to remember that the year is 2025. Remember that the date is this. And then it makes you think, oh man, 10 years ago I was... No. I want to progress. And I cannot progress if I keep thinking about the past. If I keep thinking about, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, just 6 months ago. Listen, trying to progress. Let's progress. But I also feel like the reflection is good. The reflection is good, like, but just why does it have to be with time? Like, why can't we just reflect and it not have a timeline included into it? Sometimes I think that. But at the same time, it's kind of like time is needed. Because without time, we wouldn't be able to talk about history. We wouldn't be able to talk about how things happen in history, the correlation between history and now, anything like that. So yeah. I've been writing a lot of raps lately for some reason. But don't get me wrong, like, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot. I have a little bit of a cold, so it may not come out or sound exactly the way that I want it to sound, but you know what? I'm going to post it anyway because I know that I have a beautiful voice and everything is going to work out for the better. Once again, don't have a date set out quite yet for this EP, but it is going to be coming out and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. And at the end of every video, if you're new here, I sing a song that I have written myself, no background, just straight up a cappella, and y'all can let me know how y'all enjoy it. Cause we're so tied to feelings, reminding you of life, so tied to dealings, reminded every time, so tired, telling me to walk away, knowing every day I stay. Why? Oh, why? Telling me to walk away. How did I land in this timeline? So tired. I'm hoping that y'all can just give a like, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified anytime that I post. I will post every Sunday. Thank y'all. Have a good one.